I have a question here. Given that x and y are sets, and we're taught to simplify this set, which is x complement union y minus x and the complement outside. Now, for you to simplify this, first of all, you need to use what we call the De Morgan's law. Okay, so we'll start by writing this one, x complement union y minus x raised to the complement there. This is the same as saying if we're having a complement outside the bracket, this complement can be distributed inside by the De Morgan's law, and the De Morgan's law states that the moment we distribute this complement inside there, the sign on the mid is supposed to change. If it is union, goes to intersection. If it is intersection, it becomes the union. So in this case, this is going to be x. We distribute this complement, going to be x complement complement. If you have two complements, they cancel, so just going to remain with x. Then this changes to intersection. Then this is going to be y. This is minus. We change this to intersection. The moment you change minus to intersection, the set on the right hand side should have a complement. That is the set difference. And this complement on top there, so we're going to have a complement there. So we just distributed this complement here, and then this sign changed. Since we're having a complement there already, when you distribute this complement there, it's going to cancel that complement. This sign changes to intersection. The minus here changes to intersection. The moment you do that, the set on the right hand side should have a complement. That is what we call the set difference. Okay, using the set difference, okay, we're going to use the De Morgan's law again here, since there is a complement outside the bracket. So we're going to distribute it inside. When we distribute it inside, we copy this the way it is. Now this is going to be y complement. This sign changes to union. That is going to be x. Since there is a complement there already, the moment you distribute that complement on top, it will cancel. So we're just going to have x there. And this is going to be equal to, now we're going to use the distributive property. The distributive property that states that if we're having a set outside, we're going to distribute it with the sets inside the brackets. This means that this is going to be x intersection y complement, then this union, then we go back again, x intersection x. This will give us x intersection y complement union, that is going to be x. Now, since we are simplifying, I'm going to give you a picture of what is happening here. So this here, if we're going to use, let's say we use the idea of showing this information in the Venn diagram. If we're going to show this information in the Venn diagram, we're going to have two sets. We have set x and set y. We have set x and set y. So I'm going to shade this information here. I'm going to shade x intersection y complement, and in this diagram here, I'm just going to shade x. So if we're going to do that, x intersection y complement, this is y complement. Y complement is everything outside y, but should also be in x. So x intersection y complement will be this part here. That is going to be x intersection y complement. And for this one here, if we want to shade x, we just shade everything in x. That is the way you show this information in the Venn diagram. Now in this question here, we're not told to show this information in the Venn diagram, we're told to simplify. I'm just drawing the Venn diagram so that you can understand the next step that I'm going to write here. So this is x intersection y complement, and this is the shading for x intersection y complement, and this is the shading for set x. Now I want to find the union. The union is combining these two. If we're going to combine these two shadings on one diagram, you're going to end up with something like this. This is x and y. Then we shade that, and this one on the same diagram, you're going to end up with just x. So what we're saying is that this set union that set is just x. So the solution here is just going to be x. That's the way you're supposed to do this.